Hello, today is the 26th, and I'm guessing of August 2010. I don't have a computer in front of me. Don't know the date, but the month of August coming close to an end, and we are seeing silver, I could say skyrocket, but it really hasn't skyrocketed yet for the perspective that I am speaking of. However, it is now at the top of this trading range that we have been in for almost a year's time, but primarily since the middle of the spring. We are now finishing off the summer months. Well, we all know, or at least the majority of the people following this channel know, it's just a matter of time before we end up having the price go higher. There are people stating out there that, you know, we're going to have deflation before all of this inflation comes into play. And if that happens, it would be a second round of deflation, for it already happened in the year 2008. And another question that I've been asked on many occasions is, does the stock market and silver work together? When silver goes up, does the stocks go up, and vice versa? And I'd have to say, historically, it is opposite more than anything. In the 1970s, inflation-adjusted stocks were getting hammered. And on a nominal level, they were still not doing so well within a trading range or even a bear market. Silver got up to $50 an ounce in 1980, gold to $800. And that was the top, which then preceded a 2-decade bear market. Whereas the stock market, the Dow, the S&P, bottomed in 1982. So relatively, when silver topped, the stock market bottomed, then they both had a 2-month bull and bear markets respectively. And silver, $4 an ounce. It was about a decade ago. Therefore, we had a bottom in silver at the start of the millennium. When did stocks top? At the start of the millennium. So to say that they trade together, maybe at different times they will. Recently, they have done so more than others, but they do not relatively trade too much together. So we've seen this rally, seeing silver go to 19. I put a Canadian chart on the blog, and this is an interesting chart because today, or yesterday if you want to get technical, was the 4th time since the 1980 top that silver has traded over $20 an ounce in Canadian dollars. It did so in March of 2008. It did it again near the end of 2009, again earlier on this May. And the more often that significant resistance is tested, the more often it looks like it's going to break it out. And the interesting thing about the chart was, since its last top that it managed to reach in May, it's managed to make a nice higher low. It does seem poised to break out. And I also did the Fibonacci levels from the $4 low, which was the bottom at the, most recent bottom in 2000, and the $50 high in 1980. When you calculate the exponential Fibonacci, you get a major level roughly around the 19 per ounce mark. And this is a big breakout. We've had many tests of this level, which is very normal on a Fibonacci level. But what's also very normal is, after you have a bunch of tests of that level and you test it a bunch of times, which is happening, a big breakout can usually transpire. So the more I'm thinking about it, this 32 an ounce level that I'm talking about would not be a surprise if it were to happen either later this year or early on into next year. The WebBot project, I bought their latest report. I'll go over more of it this weekend, but they're basically talking about an escalator stair-step ride higher for the November date, for a big tipping point that's bound to occur on the 2nd week of November. And I'm gonna show you my newest silver purchases. This one I got from Drutter. It is a sativa coin, and it says on the back, it is the responsibility of every citizen to question authority. Authority. Big time. And what I bought today for 40 Canadian fiat dollars, which works out to about around 38 American, is this Mexican, my first ever Mexican silver piece, 1 ounce coin, and 6 quarters. Now, as far as Canada's concerned, you need about 7 of them to make a troy ounce of silver itself. 17 dimes as far as the United States, probably a little less because it's 90% there and 80% here. So for 40 fiat dollars, I was able to get almost 2 ounces of silver. So to me, I thought that was a fairly decent price. That was the silver that I picked up this week. Not much, but a little bit more towards the collection. And that's where I think a lot of the secret is to be buying every so often. By maybe every month you go and buy little bits here and there. When you do that, it enables you to get in on all of the price fluctuations. So if you see that the price is going lower, buy some more. If it's going higher, heck, we got $1 that's backed by nothing. And I talked to so many different people, and it all works out around the same. You hear the same old stuff amongst the JP Morgan silver manipulation about the gold to silver ratio, and how if we put our money now into gold and silver on the standard, how gold would have to go to, well, I've heard some people say 5,000, 12,000, and most likely silver in triple digits. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and have yourself a magnificent day. Bye-bye.